This time, the WBO middleweight champion Savannah Marshall watching on as Claressa Shields defends her 3 belts and the Ring magazine against Emma Kozin, who is unbeaten in 22 fights. She's 23 years of age. Claressa only 26. Amazing to think. She's had 11 pro fights. Longer build-up for Shields after the switch to MMA. For Kozin, she's just been laser-focused on this mission. But is this mission impossible?
Well, she's straight down to business here, Kozin, trying to land that left hand down the middle, and Claressa trying to find the distance with her jab. Neither girl really landed anything of note as of yet. First thing you notice how cool and how calm Claressa is. You know, she's seen all different styles in the amateur days. You know, Kozin is doing the right thing. She's coming in, she's trying to make it work, but you can see Claressa looking for that backhand shot and time her coming in. The problem Kozin has, she's a southpaw, but she's not a normal southpaw. She stands square on, she falls in, she reaches in and leans in, which is going to play into someone as talented as Claressa's hands.
Coming right hands to the body already from Claressa Shields. And Michaela was saying that could be the target. She wants the stoppage, and then she wants Savannah.
Yeah, I mean, you can see Claressa here throwing lots of feints. She's trying to set traps. She's trying to see what Kozin's going to do. She's really very much a thinking fighter. Nice straight right hands there from her.
The way we look at her now, Kozin's all the weight on the front foot. She's trying to attack. But if you watch Claressa, she's evenly distributing her weight on both legs, so she can move in and out as she pleases. And she's just looking for that body shot in her buttocks. And like I said, Kozin's going to be in trouble in this absolute game.
Judging, feinting, and delivering.
Yeah, at the moment, Claressa's just doing what she wants. She realised she had a little luck in the first minute of the first round. She realised she's at a higher level. She has a big belt in class. You know, she's picking her shots well, as whether it goes to the body. Not just them little things to touch him with a jab. She's making Kozin react. Everything she does is a reaction, and Shields is going to counter them reactions every time.
And there was a slight question mark about how she'd be after the return from MMA, where she had a win and a defeat. I think she's mixing it all up. She wants to take the world by storm, but it's in the ring where she's at her very best.
Yeah, definitely. You can see here really trying to sink these body shots in, and the straight right hands are working well for her too. Good head movement as well.
Nice body shot again, switching it from side to side. Shields, and the southpaw style that you were alluding to, Enzo. It's a bit flat-footed from Kozin. She looks strong and tough, but limited a little bit.
Yeah, most of her fights I've watched Corbin, she likes to come forward, she likes to put a lot of pressure, but she leans in with her shots. But when you're getting someone like Claressa who's hitting you at will, stopping and coming in, offsetting the time and offsetting the balance, it's pretty hard to rush in. But you know, it's a big chance for her. You know, she's going to try and grab it with both hands, give it as good as she got. But ultimately, it's just going to come down to the levels. And at the moment, Claressa just looks a massive level above.
And the hand speed there, ridiculous. Utterly dominant. But styles make fights, and I, for one, already cannot wait for that clash, because it's an humdinger, and it's going to be a top level women's fight on the Paris highest stage. Can you imagine St James's Park, or even if it's in the O2 or the Manchester Arena, it's going to be a massive happening.
Oh, without a doubt, and the build-up itself would be brilliant. But I've got to agree with Enzo. I think Savannah Marshall would have had Kozin out of here by now. I know styles make fights and everything, but Savannah's a big puncher, and more precise. I think she would have had Kozin out of here by now.
I think Savannah's a natural puncher, she's a natural finisher. I don't think Claressa is. I think Claressa is a textbook brilliant boxer. You know, she moves well, she makes people fall in, she makes you think, she sets up traps, she's constantly setting up traps. But Savannah is a finisher, and I just believe that the way Kozin stands square on, the way she drops her hands,
Claressa Shields could be a finisher here. As a volley of punches, and Emma Kozin has to hold on, get out of Claressa's own red corner. And Victor Lachlan having a good look at this. He's such an experienced referee, and he's not going to want Emma Kozin just to get battered round after round. And this is an acceleration from Shields.
No, you can see that she wants that slap in, she's going for it.
And what I mean by a natural finisher, Adam, Claressa heard her, she got on the rope, she's a throwing punches. That's all she's doing, she's letting the ref step in. Savannah would have had a lock, she'd have picked the pop, picked the shot, picked an opportunity. That's what I mean by a natural finisher.
Shields turns southpaw now, and Kozin digs in. 15 seconds to survive halfway. And it has been a really hard ask for the brave Slovenian, the 23-year-old who's never been in anything like this before. Total one-way traffic and a really dejected look. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, Claressa Shields, Savannah Marshall. This is where we've come, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, you know, women's boxing over the last couple of years, you know, it's come to the forefront. You know, we're starting to describe fights as not women's fight, good women's fight. We're starting to describe them as good fights. You know, it all started. It started a while ago, but you had Bridges, Courtney, you had Jonas Harper, Jonas Taylor. You know, fights that were established in their own right, not women's fights, but good fights.
Absolutely, 100% agree. Natasha Jonas, 2 weeks tonight, goes for that elusive world title, and she's got to climb up the weights as well to do it on the big Barnbrook show in Manchester. Fraser Clark also turning professional. Exciting times.
Yeah, absolutely, cannot wait.
Shields in control here, total control. Boxing beautifully. Emma Kozin surviving.
Yeah, she's surviving, and you know, like I said, there's Claressa's inability as a finisher. She's a brilliant boxer. She's really got a good body shot there coming in. She is a great boxer. She picks her shots well.
Oh, another body shot as well. And these are raining in, and then when she was trying to protect that one, comes up to the head as well. That's how good Claressa Shields is. She may not have the power of Marshall, but she's certainly got a variety of skills.
She's unbelievable variety. But if you look at her, she's picking her shots. That's what she needs to do, pick her shots, pick the body shots, pick the head shots, change the levels. And she knows that. It's when she rushes in, when she over smothers her work, that's where she can't get the shots off.
Yeah, that was much better a few moments ago when she was picking the body shot. She was taking the time, finding the gaps instead of smothering her work.
We've seen her, the effect the punches are having when she's having that little bit of time, a little bit of space.
Goes in back into her own 11 perfect fights since turning professionally, like middleweight and super middleweight division conquered. She's happy here. Now at 11 stone 6.
We've got to say as well, those two knockouts, even though I say she's not a natural finisher, those two knockouts in all the fights, she fought some high level. Gabriel's, Christina Hammer, Alda, she met Cruz, she fought some good quality fighters.
Yeah, that might be the difference as well with Savannah Marshall's record.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to take that into account when you're weighing these things up. But I do think at times she rushes her work when she has her opponent hurt, where Savannah takes that little bit more time, gives the feint, sits down on the shots and finds the gaps.
As a finisher I was myself, I could see that gap, I could see that distance you need, that space you need. Very rarely I smother my shots, and that just comes from a natural finisher. Natural finisher. Claressa, as good as she is, that's the one thing she needs to work on, that little bit of space when she gets someone hurt.
He was a natural finisher, wasn't he? The man to my right.
Most of the time I was just shut my eyes and swing, I just kept them lucky.
Wow, Enzo Macronelli had.
I was going to say, finisher, he usually just did it with one punch.
Slight slowing of the pace in the 7th round. I think Claressa Shields has been absolutely desperate for the stoppage win, and Emma Kozin hanging in and valiantly, and look at her bravely coming back as well. So tough, so stubborn. But Shields just keeps the pressure on. It's going to be one of those that Victor Lockley will either keep up. Actually, a sealed defence of her WBC, IBF and WBA middleweight titles, winning every round and every minute, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. She's way on top here, and I don't think she really hurt Kozin that many times. A couple of times she had her in trouble, thought maybe she could force the stoppage, but other than that, you got to credit Kozin as well, though. She's tough and durable, and she's when she's been on, when you thought that maybe it was on the verge of that, she'd come firing back. So didn't really give Victor Lachlan any reason to jump in and stop the fight. She's always looked, pretty okay.
She's got 11 knockouts on her record, Emma Kozin, in her 21 wins, but all at a very much lower level than anybody Claressa Shields has even been in with. So always going to be a mighty tough ask, but I think just to go the distance with the Gwoat will be a major achievement for Emma Kozin.
Like we said, the lack of Claressa's knockouts on her record come from playing a higher level opponents. If you look at Kozin's record, yeah, she's knocking people out, but if you look at their records, they've been knocked out numerous times before. It's a little bit deceiving, but she does look strong. She's still game. It's just the level is just a bit too much. When Claressa's like this is where she could get the knockout, just giving herself a little bit of space. As soon as she hurts her, she seems to fall in. I think it's going to boil down. She's trying to impress too much.
Just relax a little bit more at this stage, being in total control.
That's all it is. She gets up against the ropes, she finds a little bit of space, and then she just closes that gap a bit too much. Can't get maximum power into her shots, but it'll come. Even she's still only had 11 fights. I know she's one of the best, but she's still only had 11 fights. So maybe that's something else to work on, that just a little bit of space, a little bit of timing, and that split second to look where the punch is going to land rather than just throwing.
Yeah, just trying to force into stoppage a little bit at times, isn't she?
Yeah, maybe it's coming down to Chris Savannah's ring.
Couple of rounds to go. The red and gold of Claressa Shields with the blue in her hair for Flint, Michigan, and the black and gold boots. No slippers on. Could she have won in slippers tonight?
I'm not so sure.
I think she could have, to be honest. Her balance is so good. She doesn't bounce around the ring a lot. Her balance is well. Her feet work. Her weight is evenly distributed on her legs. So she moves well. So in slippers or boots, she can do the same.
If you're just tuning in now and you haven't seen the workouts this week, etc., it was incredible. Claressa Shields in the most enormous red slippers, not just in the workouts, but she's been strolling around in Cardiff in them as well.
Well, they definitely go with the rest of her kit anyway.
Emma Kozin looking to see it out, and she's got 3 minutes of action to try and do that, as Claressa just continues to tee off on the brave Kozin. I told you she was tough, all the sparring with the men, 500 rounds, and they got her into absolute peak physical condition. She just doesn't have the class anywhere near that Shields possesses.
Yeah, Claressa just drilling her with a lead, straight right hand there, snapping the head back.
You see the arrogance of Claressa. She's walking in with her hands down. She's dropping her lead left up. She's basically just doing what she wants. She's got a. It's been great to see her up close and see why she's so highly regarded. The way her balance is, the way her head movement is, the way she picks her shots, when she actually gives herself a little bit of time.
Matt and I were at her debut back in 2016 on the Kovalev Ward in Vegas against Franchon Cruz-Desm, and that was a wild affair. Our opponent's gone on to become a world champion in a few weeks' time. And they touch gloves. Claressa Shields, with respect for all the women fighters. She talks very openly about how great they've been, the Katie Taylors, the Amanda Serranos, good friend Michaela Meyer here working with us, and she just wants to leave that legacy and then go on to different things.
Sorry, Adam, we were talking about great fights earlier. I forgot Michaela Amadouche. What a fight that was.
It was unbelievable, wasn't it? Michaela was saying actually in commentary earlier that if she'd had 3-minute rounds, she'd have had more knockouts, and maybe that would have been true with Claressa as well.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of unnatural finishers. I'll go back that. A lot of them wear opponents down, they wear them down, and then they break them down. And that would come over the 3-minute round. Over the 2 minutes is more high paced. Doesn't give you a lot of time to get your work going.
Enormous respect to Emma Kozin here. As the clock ticks down, the 23-year-old princess from Slovenia. We talked about her troubles and her difficulties in growing up and where she is today, and it's a fabulous tale as she studies for her mathematical degree and competes even for her world title till it just happens to come against Gwoat, against Claressa Shields, and she hasn't laid a glove on her.
Yeah, and she's only 23 years old, so she's going to learn from this, and she can definitely come again.
Definitely. And she'll go back with her head held high. She'll have gone the distance with Claressa Shields, who I'm sure wanted the stoppage. She's going to have to settle for the points win. 12 professional victories, an emphatic defence of her 3 world title belts. Will she get the full property of Savannah Marshall, or will Savannah clean up and become the undisputed champion later in the year? We wait not for the decision, which we know, Enzo, is going to be fully in favour of Claressa, but the aftermath, because the greatest woman of all time, retains her WBC, IBF, and WBA middleweight crowns. Respect for the very brave but totally outclassed Emma Kozin.